Hello game fans! Now I'm going to keep this one short as I'm sure that you've either played the game or seen many other reviews about it. My luck is at Star Wars Battlefront and it comes months after release, so I understand that I have missed the speeder on this one. This is a story of my journey to discover and own Han Solo's blaster, the DL-44. This fabled pistol only becomes available at level 25 and was to be my goal before reviewing the game. Now, blaster in hand, I can tell you my tale in the medium of review. I was one of the few who had to wait until Christmas to play Star Wars. I usually buy my games as and when, but someone had decided to get it for me for Christmas, instantly holding me back from the day one purchase. I played the beta, so I had some idea of what to expect. The game is just beautiful to look at, with graphics plucked from the very imagination of George Lucas himself. The sandy banks of Jakku, ice plains of Hoth, lush forest of Endor, and the bubbling tar pits of Solace. All look wonderful and resurrected my inner child obsessed with Star Wars. The soundscape is all taken from the extensive library at Skywalker Sound, and with every different engine hum, blaster sound and musical interlude, it's so authentic it's like the Cantina band are in your living room. Games are played from either a first person perspective or a third person perspective, of which I was a fan of the former. Aiming is slightly cumbersome but generally forgiving. It can be a little bit frustrating at some points, as those with explosive shots or generally more powerful guns take you out despite you landing many more shots on them first. This leads me on to my quest. I got the standard E11 blaster, and whilst it served me well for over 100 games, I was playing it to get to level 25. Too many times I found myself getting killed by a single shot. As my highlighted killer ran off into the battlefield, I could see that his weapon of choice was the DL-44. My journey took me through all 10 different game types, which I'm going to outline. Turning Point is this massive 40-player skirmish on the battle-scarred landscapes of Jakku, shown in Star Wars The Force Awakens. Teams fight for various key points to drive the enemy back, and it's big, it's epic, and it's easily one of the best maps in the game. The first update to this actually unlocked more maps for Turning Point. Supremacy. Similar to Turning Point, but played on the other big maps. Players can use both the ground and air vehicles in order to secure victory for your team. Blast. Now this is a classic team deathmatch mode that is a bit like a hot cup of cocoa on a blanket. It's warm, it's comfortable, and it's really easy to go back to. Droid Run, that's capture the flag with a Star Wars twist. That's no flag. It's a droid. Yay! Walker Assault. Another epic 40-player battle to either destroy or protect the Empire's giant AT-ATs. It's frantic fun with lots of objectives. Drop Zone. This provides exciting 8v8 matches as you struggle to secure and protect falling escape pods in an array of different maps. Fighter Squadrons. Players can take to the skies in this dogfight in some of the most iconic Star Wars vehicles, including things like the X-Wing, TIE Fighters, and the big bad Millennium Falcon. Cargo. This is a thrilling tug-of-war experience for fans of Star Wars and sort of the capture the flag gameplay. Cargo challenges the team to capture valuable cargo boxes from the opposing team. It's a bit like a game of football or something. You get the loot and you make your way back to the base. But you've got to defend your own loot because they're obviously trying to get your loot at the same time. Heroes and villains. The most valiant heroes and cunning villains of the galaxy are clashing in this particular mode. Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Boba Fett and other characters can all be part of your team, and basically you just play as all the main characters. A lot of fun. Hero Hunt. 7 Imperials against Luke Skywalker or 7 Rebels against Boba Fett. In Hero Hunt it's 1 versus all, so you run around with your superpowers and basically the rest of them are all trying to take you down. That's a lot of fun. The lion's share of my game was spent on Turning Point and Blast, as I easily lost 30 hours playing it and I would happily pick it up again tonight. However, as my fellow reviewers have stated, the game lacks any depth. The lack of any sort of story mode is the first issue, as it has plenty of source material to use. Secondly, the upgrade and progressions felt a little bit useless, to be honest. Weapons and powers could be upgraded once, which were basically reducing the cooldown time, and a slew of different beards and haircuts and other unlockables just felt like a big waste of money. Different emotes could also be bought, but again, don't really add anything to the overall experience. They just seem to be something to do while you're waiting for the game to begin. Should you get past level 50, then you can unlock Shadow Troopers, or if you can get past level 40, you can unlock some aliens. But it means you've got to play for like 200 plus games just to get there. Don't get me wrong, I think the game is great. I understand that it's aimed at a younger market, and all of the new DLC packs might improve it overall, but despite the lovely graphics, amazing sound and even solid gameplay, you do feel a little bit cheated as you learn all the best spots on the map, then go through the motions of killing or being killed. Many are suggesting that there will be a Battlefront 2 to coincide with the second or third Star Wars movie, but I hope that this is just the initial skeleton, and once all of the DLC has been released, it feels like a more well-rounded game. Obviously this will anger me and a lot of other reviewers, as it should have been in the complete offering to begin with, but let's just hope that it gets there eventually. After the first season pass has been released, I expect to see additional passes appear later on that build upon the core game. However, this is the future. Overall, the game is fun to play and beautiful to look at, but after the initial 10 to 20 hours it eventually gets repetitive with little in the way of progression. Whilst gun choices are good, the beards, haircuts and nationalities feel like cheap add-ons. It's well worth a play, and you will undoubtedly lose many hours lost in a nostalgic childlike dream. Eventually you'll be rudely awakened when you realise that there is little to spend your hard-earned credits on. All of the good stuff is for those willing to play 150 plus more games until your diorama slowly fills up. And to be honest, you forget it's there. When I finally hit level 25 and got the fabled DL44, I was both happy and relieved. I had reached my goal and my new blaster kicked ass. However, now I have to either work my way up to level 40 to unlock some half-decent character skins, or wait around for the upcoming DLC. So I think I'll wait. Upcoming DLC coming soon is the first one in March 2016, Star Wars Battlefront Outer Rim. Fight amongst the factories of Solace and battle within Jabba the Hutt's palace on Tatooine. The next one to come out is Summer 2016. This is Bespin. It's hunt or be hunted in this action-packed experience set amongst the cloud city of Bespin. And in the fall of 2016, it's no moon. It's the Death Star, one of the most iconic locations in the Star Wars universe, makes its debut in the Star Wars Battlefront. These ones are March, Summer and Fall and should be out all in 2016. If this video has been useful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, add a comment, and I'll be back with another video very soon.
Finish him! Stay where you are.
On the run. Nice grouping.
117, stand down. Sir, you are absent without leave. This is